We have a powerful connection. They're my twin flame. We finish each other's sentences. We know what each other are thinking. There's telepathy. We were born on the same day, the same year, the same hour. They're my twin flame. I don't ever want to be without them. Is this your twin flame or is it a narcissist? Let's talk about it. Welcome back, guys. JT here. I hope you're all having a fantastic start of your week. Hope you're all healthy and enjoying life and being grateful for everything you do have. And I'm so grateful for all your comments. I was reading through a bunch this morning and last night. It's awesome to see that we're building up the community, and it's crazy just how many people have gone through narcissistic abuse and how many people have such similar stories. And I'm so grateful that we're all connected and that we're all on this path of gaining the knowledge, getting narcissistic awareness so that we can heal and become our most authentic selves. And so with today's video, this is probably the hardest video I have done so far. I hadn't researched twin flames in probably about a year. I did a lot of research a year ago, and I had to last night and all this morning I was doing research, and I watched a bunch of different videos, went down a bunch of different rabbit holes, and my channel is called Authentically Yourself. I almost said Authentically Myself. It is Authentically Myself, but I believe that, you know, I want to give my experience and my knowledge and get the perception from other sources and cultivate that into my own to give to you guys. You know, I wouldn't be doing justice to this channel if I just looked up, you know, one forum on twin flames or watched one video and then just like reiterated it, you know, like that wouldn't be authentically yourself or myself. So I've done a lot of research on this in the past and again this past couple days. And this is a very tricky subject because we're bordering the lines of spirituality and science, pseudoscience, psychology, and kind of molding it into one. So with doing this video, you know, I just asked for your patience because I wrote a ton of notes and I've been reorganizing it and how I wanted to give it to you guys because I want it to be taken in the proper way so that you can learn from it and understand and utilize it to the best of your abilities to move on and to continue healing. Just like a lot of you and in the comments, I thought my narcissist was my twin flame in the beginning. We talked about it, that we were twin flames. And I'll give you my opinion on that at the end of the video, but I know you guys know where I'm going with this. But so we're gonna be talking about the twin flame and the false twin flame. And I put a lot of energy into this, and I want it to be a really good video. So I hope you guys are ready for it, and let's get into it. And please like and subscribe. Let's get this out to as many people as possible, because I think there's this stigma in society and people fall into this rabbit hole of thinking the narcissist is your twin flame, and that's very dangerous thinking. That's very dangerous and it's very hard to get out of. So I hope this gets out to the people that do need to see it and do need to realize what it is, because I think there's a lot of false information out there and people lean towards the wrong direction, and then that puts us in a further state of abuse. So let's get into it. The twin flame and the false twin flame. What is the twin flame? Well, Plato postulated that a twin flame, you know, you think of a person when we're born, we have two arms, two legs, and Plato postulates that we have two souls. And when we're born, the soul is split. So out there in the world, there is your other half, your other part of your soul, and it's your job in this life to go find that other part of your soul. What oftentimes do you hear with a twin flame? We have a powerful connection. Oh my God, they're my soulmate. It's unlike any experience I've ever ever had. We have psychic abilities. We can read each other's mind. The connection is so real. I've never felt so understood before. We were born on the same day in the same year. We have the same pet's name. It's just so much connection, and it's hard because it's on a soul level, like we've been programmed by society to seek out our twin flame. I actually came to this conclusion this morning. I never thought about it, but I watched the animated movie Tangled last night. I love Disney movies. But usually around the holiday time, because I do spend the holidays alone, don't feel bad for me. I enjoy my isolation. But I spend the holidays alone, so like I'll oftentimes get that nostalgia and I'll rewatch a lot of Disney movies. And I was watching Tangled last night, and it's like the same story. Every single Disney movie is the same story with a different plot and setting. And that's what the twin flame is. And we're programmed, like I said, what Plato said, to seek out that twin flame, that other half of our soul. And when we watch these movies, look at any Disney movie, it's like you see the characters, and as soon as they see each other, it's like, they just know. There's no like, it's not about the looks. It's not about the mind, or there's a soul, there's a feeling. And this is where it's difficult to explain because, in science, psychology, on this spiritual level, you can't really explain it. It's like God, heaven, hell. You believe what you believe because of the feeling, but because you've seen miracles. There's no anything in the physical that's going to be able to explain it to you. And it's the same thing with the twin flame or a soul connection or the energy between a certain person, right? It's like your soul recognizes another soul. And when you see that, it's just like, they just get me. Everything just feels right. The chemistry and everything in your body is just like, wants to chase that person. You just need to get them. And there's this sense of familiarity. It's like deja vu. And what this is, it's really not, it's the trauma bond. That's what it is. Because, again, I've talked about this in other videos, with the sense of familiarity, which is super dangerous for empaths. When we have these childhood wounds that happen to us, we can sense that in other people. And narcissists really sense it. Like, that's why I said a narcissist's biggest target is an unhealed empath. They know. That's their biggest fuel source, an unhealed empath. So when we have these wounds, these familiar wounds, we feel comfortable with that person. It feels like deja vu. It's very familiar. So that's why when you get the narcissist, it seems just so like unreal, like, oh, this just feels so good. It's like intoxicating. You want to be around them all the time. You don't want to be a minute without them. And this is because we look at it as the twin flame. The issue here is we look at the twin flame as the one. We look at them as the ideal relationship. Look at every single movie where there's a happy ending. We've been chasing this fantasy since we were children. We've been chasing the twin flame fantasy since we were children. That's why it gets so hard when you're in these relationships to leave, because you think there's only one. There's only one twin flame. There's only one. And what does one signify? One signals scarcity. And if it's super scarce, you want it even more. We know this with marketing, with buying products. If it's something super scarce, they only make 1,000 of the new Tesla trucks. They're sold in 30 seconds. But if they made 10 million, they're not scarce. People don't want them as much. And the fact that there's only one twin flame, and we think we found it, we're ready to look past all the red flags. We're ready to look past all the abuse because it's our twin flame. It's the one. You might never, ever have a chance to get this ever again. You see how dangerous this is, this pattern, this framework of the twin flame, it's extremely dangerous to empaths. So like I said before, that twin flame, what it really is, it's your trauma bond recognizing unhealed wounds. So when you have unresolved childhood trauma and extreme vulnerability, you're on a quest to fulfill this yearning desire in your life to heal that, to find that. And in twin flames, we think we've found that. We think we've found that unhealed part of ourselves, but it's not. It's not. It's all in us. It has nothing to do with another person, another soul. It's just unhealed trauma wounds. And this is the perfect setup for a twin flame, the unhealed trauma wounds. It's a perfect setup for a twin flame. You know, many narcissistic relationships, we look past all the red flags, right? We always look past the red flags in the beginning. I noticed mine day one, first 5 minutes, noticed multiple red flags in the first day I spent with her. Looked past them, right? Oh, it's my twin flame. There's some kind of soul connection. There's something there. And if anyone outside of the relationship told you about the framework of a narcissist, you'd be like, oh no, you would push it off. You would justify it because this is your one chance. You know, the twin flame, you only have one chance at it. So you're going to justify their red flags, their abusive behavior, because this is your one and only. This is the Disney fantasy dream fairy tale movie that we've been sold since childhood. We have to get it. We have to get it at all costs. So we're going to take the abuse. So what are the stages of a twin flame? There's oh, my goodness, my words today. I need more carbs, that's what it is. And I haven't had caffeine in a month. Woo! But anyway, the dynamic between the twin flames is there is a runner-chaser. There's a runner-chaser dynamic. One person's running, other person is chasing. It's back and forth, back and forth. And a lot of people talk about it, that, you know, you might get your twin flame for a little while and then they'll run away. And then they need to do more healing work and then they come back together. And there's this approach avoidance. It's like they approach and then the other person is avoiding. Approach avoidance. It's this constant contradicting energy, right? And what I ended up realizing when I did research about a year ago when I started on my healing journey is if you take every single thing you've ever read, ever researched about twin flames, and you put it on a piece of paper, and then you took everything about narcissism and empathy, about an empath, and you overlay that to the twin flame knowledge, it's the exact same thing with different words. Exact same thing. Runner-chaser dynamic. Avoidant attachment, dismissive. Oh, it's a roller coaster, right? It's a roller coaster. Runner, chaser, runner, chaser, runner, chaser. Right? There's approach, avoidance, approach, avoidance. What happens in the narcissistic relationship? Love bombing, devalue. Love bombing, devalue. Breadcrumbing, love bomb. Breadcrumb, love bomb. Hoover, discard. Hoover, discard. Love bomb, devalue. Love bomb, discard again. It's the exact same thing. Everything I've ever researched with twin flames and narcissism is the exact same thing with different words. That's why it's so dangerous. People get caught up in this twin flame thing, and I did too. I thought, oh, it's a twin flame. It's my one and only. I have to just put up with the abuse. They're going to change eventually, that we'll get back to that love bombing stage. Never going to happen. That's why it's so important to realize this. It's a false twin flame, guys. Your narcissist was a false twin flame. And oftentimes what happens is the narcissist will weaponize this knowledge against you. They will weaponize the twin flame against you. You know, that approach, avoidance, approach, avoidance. That is what creates the trauma bond. They know this. I told you my ex-narcissist was a witch and practiced all kinds of weird magic, mirror magic, sexual magic, all this stuff. They love the dark arts and the things in the spiritual world that most people are unaware of, because that gives them a level up. If they can use magic and mirror and sexual energy and twin flames and soul connections. They are weaponizing all of this as manipulation tactics so that you can never heal or never leave, and that you will give to them for all of eternity. It's sadistic. They're a false twin flame. They're not your real twin flame. I promise you. So I was watching today Dr. Ramy. She is a psychologist, clinical psychologist, and she has like 1 or 2 videos on twin flame. She knows everything about cluster B personalities, BPD, narcissism. Very, very intelligent. Has over 1 million subscribers. I highly recommend you guys go watch her. But at the end of the video, she said this one thing that I'm going to read to you guys, and it really clicked it into place for me, and I think you guys need to hear it. So she said, if you believe in a twin flame, then you are looking outside of yourself for someone to complete you, which would imply that there's something lacking in your own life until another person comes along. And as she says, good mental health is when someone feels wholeness and completeness within themselves. And when she said this, I was like blown away because it totally hit home. It's like I've learned so much through self-love practices, isolation, celibacy, all these other aspects, dopamine detox. I've learned that all these things of the world, when you find everything inside of yourself, you realize that you don't need anyone else. You don't need validation from others. You don't need someone else to make you feel whole. You're completely content on your own because you have so much self-love for yourself. You feel whole and complete. So if you believe in the twin flame, then you're saying that you are not enough on your own, which is extremely dangerous. If you're saying you're not enough and you're believing that this person is your twin flame, then you are never going to heal. You will be on a healing journey that's never going to happen for your whole life, because everything we need is already inside us. And when we heal, we will become whole. We will become complete. And then you can attract someone else that is equally healed and whole. And so what I believe with this is, if we think about this, let's take this a step further. So if the twin flame is a split of your soul, right, and we're searching for them, there's only one other one, then 2 souls, right? If I'm an empath, I have compassion, kindness, caring, all these great qualities, right? And then the other half is what? The narcissist, which had what? Devalue, frickin' abuse, neglect, no empathy, no compassion, no affection. How does that make sense? So what we're saying is we're taking off all the negatives. We're not perfect. We have flaws. There's times we all have narcissistic tendencies. We're not perfect. But what we're saying is that other half is all the bad half, and why would we want to come together with the bad half? It doesn't make sense, right? And this is why I always say to you guys, the narcissist is your opposite. In the beginning, in that first love bombing stage, they can seem like your twin flame, right? They mirror you, It's like they're a shattered mirror their whole life. And every single time they come into contact with someone new, they take a piece of that person's mirror and put it into their shattered mirror. They take a piece of someone's personality and put it into themselves. This is why they're a chameleon, why they can switch so easily to any type of person, because what you're seeing is an illusion, right? So if we notice in the beginning, they can seem like your twin flame. And again, you have that trauma bond, 2 unhealed people. That's why it feels so familiar, so strong, the telepathy, the psychic abilities, all that. You can see that twin flame, but then when they switch into the devalue and show you their true self, it's not a twin flame at all, right? So whether you believe in a twin flame or not, or it's a false twin flame, it's the opposite. So when those souls come together, that wouldn't make sense. And what I believe, And I've gone down different rabbit holes with this in the past. I didn't look back into it in this past couple days for making this video, but I've heard this from other people. I had a female friend that was a tarot reader, and she actually like got me onto this like path of looking into research of like twin flame journeys and everything. And if we think about everything as energy, right? Like everything in this world is energy. You know, like this ring on my hand is energy. The atoms and everything are moving. Even though you can't see it, it's vibrating. There's a vibration. When we listen to music, that's a frequency, a vibration. That's why you feel certain ways towards different frequencies. So if everything is energy, and we know that we are energy, we're at a vibration, what happens when you heal? And that's why they have healing frequencies. When you go to YouTube, you can type in healing frequency. You can type in narcissistic abuse frequency. You can type in money manifestation frequency. There's all these different frequencies, right, of energy. And if we know that we got brought down to the narcissist level, to their frequency of devalue, negativity, all the evilness, right? As we start to heal, you go on to a different tier. And there's many different tiers. And when you are, let's just say even with a friend group, say you got rid of toxic friends, they're on this certain frequency. Maybe they're partying, doing drugs, that's their energy level that they're at. When you learn how to master manipulate energy, everything is energy, you raise your vibration, you raise your frequency, and you go to a new level. So as you heal, you get to new levels. And if you heal every single new level, there's a new twin flame or a new soulmate. And that's how I look at it, because you're going to attract someone of equal reciprocity. So when you heal to this new level, like those friends that you left that are still on that same frequency, they can't come back into your life unless they reach that same level, that same frequency. The only way they're going to come into your life is if you invite them back in and you drop your frequency down. So I look at it like that, like there's levels. And if you want that Disney fairy tale dream fantasy, the one, you need to heal and get to your highest level, and then you're going to attract someone on that same level. If you're fully healed, you've got everything going for you, your health, your finances, your mental health, you feel whole, you're complete, you're going to attract that same person. You're not going to attract someone on these bottom tiers going up. You're going to attract an equal soulmate. So with this video, guys, I want you guys to realize that the twin flame is false. With a narcissist, a twin flame is false. It's an illusion. Like in the beginning, yes, it feels like a twin flame. I don't care if they are born on the same day, month, year, down to the hour. They were brought into your life so that you could level up. They have a choice to level up as well, but as we know with narcissism, they get everything they want and they are addicted to validation. Therefore, they choose 99% of the time. I hate saying this, like I always want to say narcissists just cannot change. It's so rare, like 1 in a billion, like it's astronomical. But from all the research I've ever seen, they cannot change. But I just have to push that out to you guys because I don't want you to hold on to the hope that one day they can change. And maybe that now they're going to be your twin flame. If they heal and they change all their ways that they've learned since childhood, and that's how their brain has developed, that they'll heal and become your twin flame. No, do not hold on to that, because what you're saying is you're going to be a slave for however long, 5, 10 years. And I've read this in forums back when I used to research twin flames, of people saying, oh yeah, once my twin flame heals, they'll come back to me in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, when they're ready, when we're both ready, when we're equal, when we're on the same level. Don't hold on to that hope. You are on your healing journey and you're at a certain level. Again, narcissists brought you down. Now you're healing and you're making it up through the levels, the frequencies. You're raising your vibration and healing. You're getting onto a new level. That's why when you have the narcissistic abuse, you have such low energy, because you are on that low frequency. You're in pain, shame, guilt. You feel bad about leaving the narcissist. You feel the shame of all the things they did to you and you still couldn't leave. Again, though, because a lot of people believe this is the twin flame, they're going to put up with the abuse and look past all the red flags. But it's not. They're not your twin flame. They're your false twin flame. It's important that you realize this and you go on your healing journey. If you want that Disney fairy tale dream person, you have to heal. You're not going to get that dream person while you're unhealed and then they're going to heal you. That's what everyone thinks with the twin flame. The twin flames come together and then boom, we teach each other everything and then we heal and we're all whole and complete. It's not like that. So if you're not whole and complete and you're still healing, that person you want, that Disney person, if they come into your existence, you're going to ruin it. It's 99% not going to happen because you're not going to attract them because you're not on the same level, right? You're just going to bring them down. You're going to ruin every relationship until you are fully healed. And I always tell people this, everyone always wants to hop under another warm body. They feel sad or everything you're going through after a narcissistic relationship. Let's hop into another relationship. Okay, well, all you're going to do is bring your baggage from the narcissistic relationship and put it onto the next person. And it's going to end. That's why you have to heal. This channel is called Authentically Yourself because you need to continue on the path to heal, to become your authentic self. You cannot get all the things you want. If you're not doing well with your finances, if you're not doing well with your health, with your physical health, if you're not doing well with your mental health, whatever it is, as you heal and you raise your vibration, your frequency goes up, your energy levels go up, and you keep getting higher, that's when everything will become abundant to you. You will attract everything. Like attracts like, right? If you're unhealed, that's why you attracted the narcissist. And that might be triggering for some people because, we all believe, yeah, I'm perfect and, I have all these great qualities and this and this and this. But oftentimes people don't want to look inward and go deep and see what their actual childhood traumas are and what is going on underneath everything. We mask the pain. We all wear masks for certain things. The narcissist is permanently in a mask. Occasionally it slips off, but we all have little masks to hide everything that we've gone through. It's important to recognize that, go through it so that you can heal. And if you do believe in the twin flames, well, you need to heal and get to a level regardless so that you can attract that twin flame. No one's going to save you. No one's going to save you. As Dr. Ramy said, it's all inside of us. There's nothing external, no amount of money, no amount of cars, no job, no financial freedom, no other perfect person that is going to make you feel whole. And what happens if you believe that, when you go into these relationships, you're going to get more of a void. You're going to keep trying to fill the void when it's inside you. In order to fill the void, you have to look within and heal so that you can become complete and whole. And then you will attract someone else that is complete and whole. And you'll never have to deal with the toxic abuse, the cheating, the lying, the manipulation, the devalue, the hoover, the discard. You'll never have to deal with any of that stuff when you go on the healing journey. So just know that, guys, you are not in a twin flame relationship. You were not. It was a false twin flame. I hope this helped you guys. I know this was a kind of like a ramble all over the place. I tried to put it together as best as I could, but I wanted it to be authentic. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please comment below. Let me know if you still believe the narcissist is your twin flame, or if you believe, yeah, they were a false twin flame. And, I am on my healing journey. I am going towards being whole and complete. And, I just wish the best for all of you guys and that we're in this together. This is a community and we can heal. You just have to focus on yourself, putting all the energy into you, cultivating self-love, not worrying about attracting someone else while you're not ready for them. I'm not ready for someone. It's been 9 months. I'm not ready for someone. Do I wish that I could have my dream twin flame, type of person that has everything is whole and complete? Yeah, of course, but I'm not there, and I would never put someone else through that because I know I am not fully healed. So just go on your journey, isolate yourself, put all the love into you, and then you will attract someone that is beyond your greatest dreams. I promise you that. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy the day.